Good morning to all. Today we will discuss about the measurement of productivity and why we need to measure the productivity that already we discussed in previous lecture. Because on the basis of productivity we can compare our means company, industry department. We can compare our organization with other organization. So there one measure. That's why we need a productivity measurement. How to calculate the productivity that already simply means describe in our previous lecture. The productivity is nothing but the ratio of output and input. Okay, so now we will discuss what is the challenges to calculate the measurement of productivity. Okay, so productivity we already know that the productivity we define in our previous lecture, that is nothing but the ratio of output to input. Okay, so an increase in productivity means an increase in output. Okay, so as we discussed that means you can say next thing, if proportionality of output in increment is more compared to the input, then also you can say productivity improvement. Okay, so now but measurement of output and input is not simple and easy task. Okay, so when company manufacture single product, it can be measured in terms of number, weight, volume, etc. But now we know that the company not manufacture single product, they manufacture multiple product. Okay, so in that case more than one product means manufactured by any company. In that case, uh, how to measure input and output, that is the tedious job. Okay, so when any organization has more than one product, then productivity is the tedious job and it is a challenging task. Now this is output measurement related challenges. Next is measurement of input also has a similar problem, and there are many input which are varying in nature. Some of the input are absolutely non measurable, like managerial skill, operator skill. Okay, and level of motivation in organization, etc. Okay, so when it is difficult to compare the output and input in physical terms, they have to be they have to be converted into the money terms. Okay, for the purpose of comparison. Now okay, so some researcher says compare on the basis of money. Then again one more means challenge is like that, the price of the material, price of the raw material, and the price, or you can say the salary, will be dynamic in nature always. Okay, so that's why it is also not a means accurate process of calculate the productivity. So productivity may be measured either on an aggregated basis or individual basis, that we will discuss. But productivity measurement is the tedious job. Okay, so here these are the challenges, but here I try to explain what is the total productivity index is nothing but the total output divided by total input. Okay, so total productivity index as mentioned in this slide is equal to total production of good and services is nothing but the output. Okay, divided by labor plus material plus capital plus energy plus etc. Okay, like any another input if you utilize. So by use of this formula you can measure productivity, but the challenges is like that all the thing in organization is not quantitative. Some output input you can't measure in the form of numerical value, so that is the challenging task. Okay, so now in this slide we will discuss about the factor productivity indices. uh, their first indices is like that, labor productivity. Next one is the material productivity. Third one is the machine productivity and capital productivity. These are four indices of factor productivity, and we will discuss one by one how to calculate the labor productivity, how to calculate the material productivity, how to calculate the machine productivity, and how to calculate the capital productivity. So next means this one is the labor productivity, and labor productivity we know that depend upon how labor are utilized. Okay, so labor productivity can be higher or lower depending on factors like availability of workload, material, working tool, availability of power, work efficiency, level of motivation in your organization, level of training, level of working condition, means you can say ergonomics, etc. Okay, so labor productivity can be measured means in terms of hour, or in sometime it measure in terms of money. So both the definition and both the formula mentioned here in this slide. Labor productivity is nothing but the first equation is nothing but the ratio of total output divided by labor input. Okay, next one, labor productivity in terms of hours, okay, is equal to total quantity produced divided by actual man hour required to produce that quantity. And labor productivity in term of money, total cost or sale value of output produced divided by amount in terms of rupees spent on worker. Okay, so there two methods are provided, and we know that individual means like labor productivity consideration, material productivity, machine productivity, capital productivity, as we discussed the the indices of factor of productivity, it show partial productivity. Okay, it is not deal with your means it is not deal with your entire organization or plant. It's deal with only labor, means it shows only labor productivity, and it is not show your entire plant productivity. Okay, so it's come into the partial productivity. Okay, now, and that labor productivity and all things we will discuss in detail in numerical part, and that we will do today. Okay, next one is the material productivity, and we know that in industry convert raw material into the finished product with the help of mechanical or any etc process. So material productivity play important role in cost of production. Okay, so material productivity depend on how material is effectively utilized to convert into the finished product. Okay, so material productivity depend upon percentage of rejection and creation of scrap, level of spoilage, etc. So material productivity is expressed as material productivity is the ratio of total output and material input. Okay, as mentioned in this slide, or number of unit produced divided by total material cost is nothing but the material productivity. Next one is the machine probability, and we know that in industry convert raw material into the finished product through the some transformation processes with the help of machine. Okay, so machine productivity depends upon availability of raw material. Okay, and you can say depend upon the power or electricity availability, skill of worker, and you can say the layout of machine. So machine productivity, how to calculate the machine productivity as mentioned in this slide. You can see machine productivity is nothing but the ratio of total output and machine input. Okay, or you can say it is a ratio of output in a standard hour. Okay, divided by actual machine hours. Okay, so that also we will discuss in coming lectures. Okay, next one is the capital productivity, and for any production, okay, and any industry, setup facility of the machines, tool, land, etc. are required, which are assets of organization. So capital is needed for such assets. Okay, as huge capital is locked in the asset, their effective utilization is absolutely necessary. Okay, so how to measure that effective utilization? It's by capital productivity. So as mentioned in this slide, capital productivity is nothing but the ratio of total output and capital input, or you can say it is ratio of total output and capital employed. Okay, so that is nothing but the capital productivity, and it is essential. Okay, calculate the or measure the capital productivity, it is essential task in industry. So means now we means discussed all the four factor productivity indices, and as well as we discuss how to calculate the total productivity index. So both the thing we discuss means the factor productivity indices, there we calculate the productivity like labor productivity, material productivity, machine productivity, capital productivity, and other expenses productivity. It's nothing but the partial productivity calculation, and you can say it is a partial productivity. Okay, there's some part like we take a labor part, sometimes we take a material part, sometimes we take a machine part, and sometimes we consider the capital only. So that's why we say the such type of the productivity calculation comes into the partial productivity. And when we calculate, when we will calculate the total productivity index, it is nothing but the ratio of total output divided by total input. Means like that, it is a ratio of total production of goods and services. Okay, and the total input like labor plus material plus capital plus energy plus other expenses. Okay, and it generally many times it's considered in the form of money. Okay, so money, or you can say in rupee. So that we will discuss in coming lecture. Today we will try to discuss means try to solve some numerical on calculate the partial productivity, total productivity, and etc. Okay, so we start the numerical here. Okay, so here in you can see the one numerical productivity numerical one, and there compute the machine productivity for the following data as mentioned here. So there are three machine are given. Okay, and working hour per machine, that is mentioned here, number of machine is mentioned here, and productivity means production unit, sorry, production unit is mentioned here. Okay, so how to calculate the productivity for each machine, that we will discuss. So first the thing is like that, first we know that uh, means what is productivity. Productivity is nothing but the ratio of output and input. Okay, so here output is mentioned like that. Here the you can see the production unit, wait here you can see the production unit like 95,000, 1,10,000, 1,25,000. That is the production unit. Okay, and now that is nothing but the output. How to calculate the input? That is the one task. So here I try to solve this problem. Okay, just wait. Okay, so first we have to calculate the total machine hour available. Okay, so I just write here all the thing. If possible, just wait. We have to calculate total machine hour available. Okay, so we know that the total machine hour is equal to working hour per machine into number of machine. Okay, so here we know that the working hour per machine means if we consider the machine 1, then what is the total machine hour for machine 1 is nothing but the 200, means the working hour per machine into number of machine. So number of machine available is 400. Okay, so if you multiply, then you will get 80,000. For this is the input for machine 1. Okay, so total machine hour for machine 1. Machine 1 you can write here total machine hours. Machine 1 total machine hours. Like that you can calculate the total machine hour for machine 2, machine 3. Okay, so I quickly try calculate all the thing. Okay, so same process apply for machine 2, machine 3. Machine 2 total machine hour is nothing but the working hour per machine into the number of machine. Okay, and same apply for machine 3. There there means the total means working hour per machine is 230 and the number of machine is 500, so that's why 1,25,000 is the machine 3 total machine hour. So just you need to, as you can see here, just wait, yes, just for calculate the total machine hour you need to multiply this working hour. Okay, this working hour as well as this one with this number of machines. So 200 into 400 is nothing but the 80,000. That is the total working hour of machine 1 as mentioned here. Okay, now working hour for machine 2 is nothing but 225 into 450. For machine 3, 230 into 500. So you can see here machine 2 and machine 3 total machine hour. So now you have means productive, you have input as well as you have output. So you can measure the productivity, and we know that productivity is nothing but output of output, it is ratio of output and input. Okay, so I write here output in standard hours, that is mentioned here. Okay, and next actual machine hour that we calculated. So I try to calculate the productivity for machine 1 is nothing but the productivity 1 I mentioned here. Okay, so what is the means you can say what is the output. If I see here for machine 1 the output is 95,000. Okay, so 95,000 if you divide with the input, that is the 80,000 we calculated. Okay, so 95,000 divided by 80,000 is nothing but 1.18. Same you can calculate for productivity for machine 2, and there output is mentioned in this numerical, that is the 1,10,000 divided by the output we calculated here for machine 2 is okay, I mistake here, did the mistake here. Here for machine 2 it will come 10150. Okay, so and it will come 115. Some mistake is there. Okay, so just some calculation mistake here that I think you will understood now. So next, 1,10,000 divided by 1,01,250. Then you will get a productivity for machine 2 is 1.08. Now for machine 3, if I try to calculate, that is nothing but just wait. For machine 3, we know that what is the input, that is the given data. If we divide with, means this is the output given data, divide with input, that is the 1,15,000, then you can, the value is 1.08. Okay, so now all the three machine productivity you calculated, and on the basis of this productivity, why we need to calculate this P1, P2, P3? It shows that means the machine 1 utilize more efficiently compared to machine 2, machine 3. Okay, so machine 1 is more efficient, means utilized, the resources related to machine 1 is utilized properly compared to the P2 and P3, means machine 2 and 3, and the productivity of the machine 1 is very high, means it's high, you can say, compared to means other machine. So it shows the comparison between the machines. So I again told you why we need to consider, means we need to calculate the productivity, despite it is a challenging task, because we can't consider, means we can't convert all the thing into the input and output. It is a challenging task because on the basis of the price, if we calculated price of the material will be continuously changing. If we consider on the basis of the standard hour, there some qualitative term will be not calculated. Okay, so means like some some due to the some work, the brand image is increased of organization, so that is not considered into the productivity. That is the disadvantage, some disadvantage, and means you can say that is the some limitation of the productivity calculation. And still there is no standard formula which means which will give the exact productivity of organization. Okay, there means consider all the thing input and output, and that is that formula is not developed because it is a challenging task, and every organization input and output are the different thing. And in service sector especially, the there all the thing is not tangible, and the not tangible thing is the tedious job. Means if we want to calculate the productivity of the non tangible thing, then it's a challenging and tedious job. Okay, so I think this numerical is understood to everyone. And here means just we did, I quickly try to recap all the thing. Means here means we have to calculate the total machine hour available. So for machine 1, I working hour per machine into the number of machine. So working hour here mentioned 200. Okay, so 200 into 400 here mentioned, that just multiply. Next for machine 2, you can see the total machine hour is equal to 225 into 450. Here 225 mentioned, 450 is mentioned here. Okay, on the basis of that you can calculate. Next machine 3, the total machine hour 230 into 500, and that 230 here and 500 here, just multiply. So you get an input. Now productivity is the ratio of output in standard hour and actual machine hour. So we calculated the productivity, and it shows that the productivity of machine 1 is more compared to machine 2 and 3. Okay, here we try to quickly try to calculate the means to try to solve this numerical. And here the mention the compute various productivity indices. Just wait. Okay, the next numerical is like that: compute various productivity indices of the following information. Okay, so their output is mentioned, and the labor hour and material input is mentioned there, capital is mentioned there, energy mentioned there. So we just discuss in the slide. I quickly go through the slide also, how to calculate the means you can say the various productivity indices. So I quickly again repeat all the thing. So for labor, one indices is the labor productivity, and how to calculate total output divided by labor input in terms of hour, in terms of money, already discussed. Okay, now material productivity, how to calculate, as mentioned here, it is the ratio of total output and material input. Next, machine productivity, how to calculate, that mentioned here, and capital productivity. So now we try to solve numerical. This is the numerical. So different productivity indices are, first one is the labor indices, we know that. So how to calculate the labor indices? Anyone? Okay. Labor productivity. Labor indices productivity, that is the thing. Okay, so how to calculate output divided by labor input. So we know that the output here is mentioned here, that is the 1 lakh. Okay, and divided by, this is the output mentioned here, labor. So labor input is nothing but the 10,000. So your labor productivity is equal to 10. Okay, now we try to calculate the next indices, that is the material productivity. So how to calculate the material productivity? In material productivity, output, it is the ratio of output and material input. So here we know that output and material input, output is, we know that that is the 1 lakh as mentioned, divided by material input, you can see here, that is the 20,000. So it will be 5. Okay, next, capital productivity. Is nothing but the output divided by capital employed. How much capital employed? So here you can see the 1 lakh is the output divided by material input. No, here we consider the capital. So capital is 25,000. So it will be 4. Next, we need to calculate the energy productivity. So how to calculate the energy productivity? We know that energy productivity is nothing but the ratio of output, okay, and energy consumed. So it will be 10, 1 lakh, okay, sorry, divided by energy consumed. How much energy consumed? That is mentioned here, that is 5,000. Okay, so just put 5000 here and the value will 20. Next, other expenses. Other expenses, it is nothing but the ratio of output and other expenses. Okay, so we know that that is the 1 lakh. Okay, and the other expenses mentioned in this numerical is 2000. So just put 2000 here, you will get a value that is nothing but the 50. So now we calculated the partial productivity for energy, for labor, for material. It's a partial productivity for plant. Okay, and here if you see the numerical, what he say, compute the various productivity indices of the following information that we calculated. Now one more thing I want to add, that is the how to calculate the total productivity index. That is the means you can compare your organization with another organization, so that's why we need to calculate the total productivity index. Okay, and how to calculate the total productivity index, that we already discussed in our ppt. I quickly tell you, just wait. Yes, here the total productivity index is nothing but the ratio of the total output and total input. So total production of the good and services divided by all the inputs like labor, material, capital and energy. So we apply this formula for solve our numerical. Okay, and here the total output, we know that the total output is nothing but the total output divided by labor plus material plus capital plus energy and plus others. So we know that the total output, that is the 1 lakh. Okay, now divided by labor, how much labor utilized, that is the 10,000, we know that. Okay, next as that is the given data, what how much material utilized, the that is mentioned here in money form. Okay, all the thing you need to convert into the money unit or in hour unit. Okay, basically to convert generally means to convert into the productivity. So here the labor is nothing but the 10,000 mentioned here. Next one is the material, that is the 20,000. Next one, capital is 25,000. 5,000 is energy on the energy consumption and 2,000 on other expenses. So by seeing this, if you solve this, then you will get 1.61. That is nothing but the total productivity index, TPI you can say, or you can say it is a total productivity. So these are some simple numerical, and the simple numerical related to productivity means how to calculate the partial productivity, how to calculate the means you can say total productivity, that we discuss in this numerical. Here we first calculate the labor productivity, it is nothing but the output divided by labor input, next material, and as like that all calculated, and next is the total productivity index. It is nothing but the ratio of total output divided by labor plus material plus capital, means total input. It is nothing but the addition of the all the thing like labor, material, capital, all the thing, because here we want to calculate the total productivity index. So it is 1.61. So I think now clear to everyone, and I will share this numerical to you. Thank you.